With that area of high pressure drifting right over the heart of the Ohio Valley, that cleared things out. So full sunshine and the lack of cloud cover and any isolated storms allowing things to heat up effectively. And the summer-like heat, that's going to continue through the weekend. Now, isolated afternoon storms, not totally off the table. I think they're going to be few and far between, and more so toward the end of the weekend, early next week. It is going to be cooler, but still warm into next week, especially comparatively speaking. You see on our Max HD radar and satellite, nothing doing at all. We are clear across the board. And with that high pressure, as mentioned, overhead, that, of course, helps that air to sink, compress, and warm up effectively. Our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HD Camera Network, Richmond EKU 88. We've got that northeast wind at about 5 to 10, occasionally upwards of 15. So that's pumping in drier air at the surface. Notice how our feel likes are actually below the air temperature. That means it's really, really dry. We're 90 here in Lexington, 90 in Frankfort. We hit 91 here in Lexington, and that's the first time we have been at the 90-degree mark or above since back on September 21st of last year when we hit 94. We've got upper 80s down south. And look how low the humidity levels are. This is basically like the desert Southwest without the cactuses around. That's what you'll see. And it feels pretty good as a result when you're in the shade and you got a little bit of a breeze. It's not that stuffiness that we see in July and August. Of course, we'll have plenty of time for that. Out to the west, it's even hotter, but we are underneath the influence of high pressure, and that has pushed those isolated afternoon storms farther west, and we'll be enjoying the high pressure, although again, that's going to mean another day with some heat tomorrow. Now, pretty comfortable tomorrow morning, low 60s in most locations as the day wears on, upper 80s, low 90s, and notice a few little isolated cells trying to fire as a bit of a trough digs in and sweeps through the area. That's going to push high pressure out of the way, and it's going to slow the process of us cooling down. So we're still going to be around the upper 80s to near 90 through the weekend and even into early next week. We've talked about that frontal boundary across the southern part of Canada dipping down through the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. Notice on Tuesday as it passes through, we may be able to squeeze out a few isolated scattered storms, but I think mainly dry here. Looking at the big picture, again, high pressure out of here, and as the trough digs in, we'll see warm air replaced with mild air getting into Tuesday, more so Wednesday, Thursday, dropping into the 70s for highs up into parts of New England. Today, they're in the mid to upper 80s with some strong thunderstorms. They may be dealing with 50s and 60s, so a little bit unseasonably cool by the middle part of next week. Clear skies, pleasant tonight. 63, 92 tomorrow, mostly sunny again. Can't rule out that stray storm through the weekend into Monday, but it is going to be mainly dry in most locations. You'll really see the difference as the front moves through on Tuesday. Check out Wednesday, Thursday. Pretty comfortable. Afternoon highs in the upper 70s, early morning lows, low to mid 50s, and we are back into the low 80s this time next week.